video, we will be going through the steps on how to put together the Adirondack rocking chair. First, let's make sure we have all our pieces. We should have 4 pages of instructions, a letter A, a letter B, a letter C, and 1 letter D. Those make up the bottom part of the rocking chair. 1 letter E piece, 1 letter F. This will actually be the seat of the chair. The adorable heart-shaped back of the chair, which is letter G. 1 letter H, 1 letter I, and 2 packages here. 1 screw package and 1 which is J, and 1 package of dowels, which is K. For this, I'll be using 1 Phillips screwdriver, which is not included. To begin, we're going to take letter A and the piece titled letter B. I'm going to stand the letter B up, and you'll notice on the top here there are 2 holes on the outside of letter B, where on the inside there's only 1. So on the outside you're going to put in your letter A. Letter A is down here so that the bottom hole, which is the bigger of the 2 holes, gets the dowel pushed through. And then on the other side the screw will go through on the inside of letter B into the top screw of letter A. Just going to start it with my hands for stability and then just screw that in. Okay, once you feel resistance, make sure you stop. Next, take letter C and letter D. You'll be doing the same. The bottom rocking motion is on the bottom. 2 holes are on the outside. 1 hole is on the inside. You take your letter C. The dowel will go into the larger hole on the bottom. Line up the holes. Then use a screwdriver. Okay, once you feel resistance, make sure you stop. Put these on the side. Next, take your letter F, which will be the seat of your chair, rocking chair, and move it so that the whole part is away from you and the tilted ledge is towards you. The next step, we're going to take our letter E, and the holes on the side where you see the larger opening, you'll put the dowel in there. The screw will be going into the smaller opening. On your side panel here with the A and B combination, you'll see where a screw would go in here. You could even put 1 in just to see where it lines up. And you'll put the dowel in the 1 hole and the screw will go in the other hole. And then take your screwdriver and tighten that. The next step is to adhere the seat. You'll see 2 holes on the inside, 1 there, 1 there, and 2 holes on the seat. So we're going to just line up the holes, add your screws, and then take your screwdriver and screw it in. I find it's a little easier if you stand it up. Then you will do the same to the other side. Add your dowel into the larger hole. And line up the screw. I find when you're doing the other side, always is helpful if you put the other screws in slightly and then just keep tightening them up 1 at a time. If your holes are not lining up exactly, one recommendation is to loosen up some of the other ones. Then when all the screws are in correct place, then it's much easier to tighten them up that way. If you've loosened any up, make sure you just retighten them again, stopping at the resistance. Okay, great. The next step is to take the back of the rocking chair, which is piece G, and you're going to place it into this hole here. Once you place this hole here, you're going to have to tighten up the screws, and you should see under here 1, 2 holes under there, and you'll see the 2 holes here, 1, 2. So make sure the wider of the holes is towards the outside of the chair, meaning the back. Then you're going to tighten the 2 holes there with your screws. I like to just turn it over on its side so it's easier for me to see the holes. Place the screws in, and then with your screwdriver, tighten them up. The next is to put the armrests on. You'll see letter I and letter H. H will go on the right side, letter I will go on the left side. Next you take letter H, and you'll notice one side has a little bit of a slant. Okay? That slanted side goes to the back of the chair, and you'll notice here there's a larger space after this wooden spot that goes forward on the chair. Just like that. Take your screw, line up the screw. Because that has a little bit of a slant, what I recommend is only tightening it slightly, then add the screw to the front part. Once that's tight, again, not too much, you don't want to go too far, you tighten up the back. Then onto the other side. Again, you want the slanted wooden section towards the back, the larger part towards the front, lining up the holes. Again, I like to tighten this just partially until you get this front one in. Again, don't go too far. You feel a little bit of resistance, stop. Come towards the back, tighten this one up. And there you have it, the adorable Adirondack rocking chair.